Wonderful. I am Adnan Pasha, and in this tutorial, we are going to be making the Netflix signup credentials as a clone using Next.js and Loan.css. This is part 4 of our tutorial, and in this video, we are going to clone the navbar of the Netflix, which is this. So to get started, let's see where we left off in our last tutorial and see what we will do. So this is the look, like you could see, this is it. And here a this cool Nava. It's simple, but it will be good practice to do. So we left off by just setting the template, which currently looks like this. So we are going to open up my Visual Studio Code, and I just added a new file inside the public called logo.svg, and inside of it pasted some code which I got from the inspect, and you will find it in the GitHub platform, which is simply the logo of Netflix. So to clean the template, the first template, we'll go into my index layers, and like you can see we have some first code. We'll just delete other things inside this file, and let's start by importing React. Since we are going to be using React, we need to yeah, import React. And we will make a part as a default. In this export as a default, we are going to name it app. For example, a function called app doesn't really matter what name I like just make it clean so we understand there's an extra T here. So we'll make it a function like this. Then it will return the component. So I'm going to make a return statement, and inside of it I will just create the main, and we are going to be coding inside this main tag to create the now value. Just add the code here, but I prefer to do each component separate so we can use it in a lot of pages with one single line of code, and it is more readable. So to do this, let's create a folder inside of pages. For example, going to name it components. So for example, component. And inside this component folder, I'm going to create a file with the name of our component. So my component will be now. So nav and it's really important to name it nav dot JSX, which is just mean that it is a component, and it is good practice to rename also index.js to JSX. But now when we go here like this, you can see there's some things. So let's just call it. So go here. Then so sometimes I use JSX want to say JSX component, but I will just call it .js. And then we need to import React. So import React. Then I will make an export function. So part then function. We call it the component that we want. So the component that I am interested in now. So I will just call it snap. And inside of it, we will have a function which will have a simple nav to the action. And here we will code in our nav code. Now we need to import it since now it is black. Also, we need to change this black color to a white color. To do this, first, go into your tiles and go into your global.css. Then just, okay, I don't know what it's popping up. Delete other these things. This is just for the dark light mode. So I will just delete it, but we are going to keep this since we use this to import tailwind inside our file, inside our project. So now we need to import the nav at our main doc. Do this, let's make a new line and let's set it to be import now. To import the now block. So import now, hit enter and like you see, magically we have this line of code which we use to create. So simply it says that you need to import the nav component from this file, and this is the relative path to our nav file. And here now inside our main, I can just call our nav, and this way we import the nav. Now let's get started with the nav. So to get started with the nav, like you can see, we have this line at the bottom, which is like a border. So we can use a border bottom to make it. So let's see how to use. So inside our nav, we're going to make a new class name. Then, like you can see, because we use the ESD extension, which I mentioned in my first video, you have this code snippet. So for add the border button, we need to add a border B and B mean button. So and you can choose by default 0 to or 8. But if you want a specific length, you can just add this then insert code. So for example here, 1 pixel. So this it will set it to be 1 pixel, and when you have a like you can see this stands for what? Like you can see it stands for this. So when you go here, since there's no height width, it doesn't appear. We need to set the height and width. So we're going to set the width like this, but I don't want to do that since we are going to add things inside of. So I'm just going to say as a screen to make it take the full screen. And then we need to add a padding. And if you don't know what it says, padding is simply the opposite of margin. So, for example, if we have this container which is a mobile, and if we need a margin, then put it inside a div and add a margin to this, then it would be like this. But if using padding, we put a margin than this. So simply padding is space inside the container, but margin is space out of the container. And I will link a full documentation of the difference down below. So now we need so here to add a padding we use the keyword key and special. So I think five do it. Of course it still didn't appear. Then like you can see this big icon this in the center. So to do this we need to add a display flag. And if you don't know what is display flag, display flex means just to put it like if you have two block, not block elements like for example an H1 and a keypad, by default they will be under each other, but with flex they will be on the same line. So I will just say that then I need to add an item sample because design because if we don't have this design app, we would not be in the center and it would not be very good. So here we will say item center. Now we are ready to add the our Netflix icon. So added a methodology by default in HTML just use the image and you can still use it, but it's not good practice to use. Instead, we need to use the next tag, which we need to import it. And to import it, just go here and let's say import capital I image, which will import it from next last image. Then here just all the images and pass the parameter that you want. So I'm going to pass it the source, then I think the source. By default, if it's in the child public, the logo which in best practice, just say logo.bg. And that's it. Then you will need to specify the width part. For example, the width. I like to set the width to 0 and the height to, for example, 100. And this is good. I prefer to do this so doesn't select like this. Below it will just set to auto. And now if we are going to replace it with that here, but for some reason it did not. So okay, so here, okay, so sometimes I made an error with when I typed pixel. So just hit enter and delete it, it will be now it should be. Don't know why local running. This is just the terminal. I get it running on this one. So let's just add the US for the terminal. So now, so I think typical logo.ed had a problem because here they feel that mm, this is not that for some reason. So let's just delete this black since you will need thing and just solve it now. Okay, so logo.svg. Okay, so we can just say dot slash logo.svg. Okay, so uh, okay, so I think the problem is that the logo isn't working. So let's inspect our Netflix and this bit and let's say edit this with key, then go here, delete this and just enter this value. You can just do this, don't have a problem and like you can see we have Netflix, but like you can see it's not flat and I can just get rid of that code. Z and get rid of the so you can a add it to be also to make set fill slash fill it then then select the LED that you want. So I'm going to go with 500. I think this is what it is and like you see this is it and I want to add a width so to the just width and to and like you can see it's now small and it's good. But now they never takes the full thing. So I can just add a width. So for example, 50 and like you can see there's no 50. If there's no number, the specific number that with this. Okay, I don't know why it. Yeah, sorry. I set the height to screen, but actually I need to set the width to the. This is my so it- if you set the width to screen, this happens, which I think is very similar to one. But actually, I need the border to be 2 pixel, not 1 pixel. And actually, the 2 pixel is a part class, so I don't need to do it like you could see. It seems to be working for me now. Now it's time for the channel. But first, when you click on Netflix, it redirects you to the Netflix. So let's see how to do that. To do that, by default, you can use the tab, but because this is next, you need to use the something called link tab. To use this, just go and import link. It is import link, and I'm just going to put this in my currency, and I'm going to just make the new capital this here and add it left to whatever website you wanted to. Let's see. So I'm just going to set it to the same website or whatever. Plus Netflix um, little now with little and you click it, it redirects you to Netflix, which is really great and what we want. Now it's time for the sign up. Hey, to do this, I mean the sign up button. So let's sign out since you already sign in. If you are going to set up your credit and debit card. So here, I'm just going to make another link down at the bottom and I'm going to the inside of it, type sign inside the keypad. So the keypad sign now. Yeah, you need to add a lab. So I'm just going to the don't know what it is. Wait 1 second. I logged out accidentally. Tell 1 second. Oh, okay. So I got back in. I accidentally logged out. So we need to copy the link. So copy link over here and let's add this to the and of course we need it to be stringified. Deleted. Now when you go here, there's this cool sign up. But like you see it big, not big like bold, not the lines but covered. So to do this, we are going to use Tailwind. So here we need to inside our tag add a class name and call this and add a class name called bold. Telephone, telephone bold. Now when you go to solid as bold, but I think we need it because so now I and to make it bigger just say text then a little to make it done. Let's start done. I think this is cool. But what you have it inside Netflix, this cool effect which is the underline when you hover. So to do it, just add a class name called hover. Inside this hover, I am just going to say under the when you hover it under the line like the net the main Netflix. But you need to move it on the next side. So one possible way to do it is to set the text alignment to right. So text right and this didn't do it it didn't do it. So we are going to with the absolute solution. And if you don't know what the absolute fix and things like that, there's a great documentation I will link down below. So to do it, let's say absolute absolute. The add a top and set it to be 5 instead the padding of 5. They write 5. This should do it. And like you can see in the headline, looks cool, but it's I think it's not aligned correctly good. So I need to add a modern top 100 pixels. So empty 100 pixel, right? Let's make it like about 7 or 6. So 7. I think 7 is good, and this is how we make the number in that for the Netflix clone. In the next video, we are going to see how to make this cool part. See you soon. I hope you like this video.